Well, hey, welcome back. I'm Josh, the Quick Speed Shop. I got my winter clothes on, my karate jacket. It's another one of those videos where I've got a whole truckload of junk. What did I buy? I don't know. Let's go check it out. All right, bam, what do we got here? I see an engine, I see wheels, I see all kinds of stuff. So what happened is I know a guy from cruising, and he's been a street rider for a long time, and he decided to downsize a little bit. He's like, come on out, I got some stuff you want to look at. I was going just for this engine, but I ended up with a whole truckload of stuff. It was free, so I can't turn down free stuff. So here we go, let's see what we got. First off, I got some Dodge Omni wheels or something like that. These are 15 inchers, and there's a little trailer that goes with them that I'm going to get later. And you can see the tires are junk, so I brought these home to get some wheels on them. But these are probably hard to find. They're from the 80s, I'm going to guess. 80s Dodge Omni, Dodge Charger, something like that. Actually, wait a minute, these say made in Japan on them. Why would they say that? They're 15 by 6s. Oh, there we go, Pentastar. They're probably Omni or Charger, look like that. Look like GLH style wheels. I think GLH wheels are 16 inch. These are 15s. But anyways, got two of these. I got to put some tires on them. We can dispatch these for a second. Got a Wooga horn. These are popular for building street rods. Got power antennas. This looks like it's brand new, or actually probably out of the junkyard actually. Probably a GM power antenna or something, but it's got the relay in on it. A little power antenna action. So this engine, we'll pull this out and look at this in a second. This is a Mopar Polysphere 318 66 with a tranny. We'll look at that in a minute. Rambler hubcap. Got some Ford Wide 5 hubcaps. These look like 38s or 39s. Got some blower motors here. This is a Ford spare tire cover for back of probably a 35 Ford, I'm going to guess, with this logo. I'm not sure. Maybe it's 33 or 4, but it's a spare tire cover clanked down. It's got a Ford wrench with it and the clamp. So that's pretty cool. I believe this is a chrome alternator. Yeah, there we go. Chrome GM alternator. I've got one of those already. Now I got two. Miscellaneous headlight buckets. I think these are out of a Rambler wagon. He was building a 59 Rambler wagon and got the quad headlights for that. Pretty cool. Nice buckets. I could probably build a 50s custom. Okay, what else do we got here? These are replacement tail lights. If you can see here, it says Grote. These are from an auto parts store. He bought out some stock, and got to go through it and identify what they are. Oh, it says this is stop and tail light lamp for 60 to 61 Mercury. So that's cool. These are brand new lenses. It's a nice oval lens. I'll go through and see what we got here. We got a whole bunch of them. Chevy Biscayne, 66 Biscayne, that's a good one. So there's got to be a lot of good lights in here. I'll go through those. This guy's building a 56 Plymouth wagon, so he had extra Plymouth hubcaps. Got a whole stack of 56 Plymouth hubcaps. This one's pretty nice, actually. It's just dirty. That could be like, man, the inside of it could be almost new old stock. So we got a whole pile of 56 Plymouth hubcaps here. That's pretty cool. Got some kind of random fender brace. Don't know what this fits. Random hot rod fender brace from the 30s. Got some shocks. He said these came off of 54 Chevy. They are Western chassis 54 Chevy shocks. All four of them look like they're brand new, never been run. So that's a good score there. This is some kind of gravel pan off a car that had a curve in the front of the grill. I don't know. I can't remember if he told me what this was or not. It could be. I don't think it's for this. But this is pot metal. This is a 52 Studebaker grill. The lower section, this is the valance panel, and the lower section here, you can Google what a 52 Studebaker looks like. This is all pot metal. You know, it's not broken. It's got one bent fin on this side, but It'd be a candidate for rechroming. I also got one of the ends that goes on over here and bolts on like this and rounds out the corner onto the fender. Got that. So random Studebaker parts, 52 Studebaker. I'm pretty sure 52 is a 1 year only grill section, so I'll hang on to this. All right, I got some more light on the situation so we can see what else we got. Ooh, got a whole bunch of boxes. What's in the boxes? We got here. Sounds like, oh, no way. Check this out. It's one of these Edelbrock air cleaners. That's cool, but the cool thing is, check out the scoop. Man, how awesome is that? I got a secret project I'm going to work on here in a little bit that you guys are going to love on the channel. This is going right on it. This is super cool. I can't believe that was it. I didn't even spot this before. And here's some other air cleaner pieces, I believe. Man, this is a score right here. Look how cool that is. Freaking low profile air cleaner scoop. That's awesome. Oh, so you got miscellaneous parts for building stuff here. Ooh, gasoline cap. Look at this. This is cool. In the box. New old stock. Nice. Oh, it's a locking gas cap. Look at that, with the keys. That's cool. Don't know what it fits, but these are in the box. We got a whole box of them here. In the box. That's cool. Some of these will be Hershey finds. I'll actually use it to see what it fits. Hold on a minute. Oh, there we go. Check this out. Here's what it fits right here. Chrysler station wagon, 62 to 57. DeSoto wagon, Plymouth station wagon. They fit all the Plymouth wagons and the Mopar wagons. That's super cool. In the box, original box from back in the day. These are either, I'll see how many I got, but these might go on my display shelf. Oh yeah, I got multiples. So I'm going to display the best one. The rest are going to Hershey probably. Got a Hudson badge off of 48 or so Hudson. What else we got here? Oh, battery tender. That's a fire starter. Miscellaneous parts. Another chrome alternator. That's a cool box. Oh, what we got here? A big box of miscellaneous nonsense. I know I recognize this. This is a Rambler headlight rim. Got a little Chevy badge here. Tons more locking. It looks like these are all locking gas caps. Radiator caps. All old school in the box for old cars. What we got here? Oh, 37 to 39 Buick. This is all the 30s and 40s vehicles. Stat radiator cap. So it looks like a whole bunch of miscellaneous radiator caps and gas caps. I knew that he said he bought out a auto parts store, and a lot of the stuff came from there. But what is this? That looks like a Model A or so Ford radiator emblem that would go in the hole there. That's probably repop, but it could be original. I think it's probably repop. Brand new breather for an old school air cleaner or a valve cover. That's cool. Man, all kinds of goodies in here. I'm going to dig through what we got here. Oh, look at this. A Ford logo wrench. You see right there it says Ford. This is from back in the day, from the 30s and 40s. That's awesome. All right, what else we got here? Got an Edelbrock box. What's in here? Oh, no way. Twin chrome air cleaners. They're used, but I've got a tunnel ram display motor that doesn't have any air cleaners for the Holly carburetors. These are going to go right on there. I'm going to put these right on my tunnel ram. That's perfect. Mint. I've been looking for something to put on there. Those are going to be perfect. I'm going to guess that they were on the engine. They took them off and put that on there. Got a Speedway box. What's in here? Oh, no way. Here we go. Check this out. Gauges. Got a whole gauge panel here. What's in the, let's see, it's a Sun Tune. That's some kind of cheapo speedometer, but it's got 24,000 miles on it. Got a full array of electric autometer gauges. Got your turn signal indicators there. Some kind of gauge panel. That's cool. We'll take that. We got the Sun tack right here. 10,000 RPM tack. That came with it. Oil pressure sender. because somebody swapped these gauges out. I bet this is a fuel unit for the gas tank. I'm going to guess that's what that is. Yep, brand new sending unit for a fuel gauge. Perfect. I bet that goes with this Autometer fuel gauge. So that's cool. I got a whole gauge package in case I ever need to put gauges in anything. That's awesome. Oh, got another box that says gauges. What's this? Another gauges box. What do we got here? Oh, no way! These are expensive. These are VDO gauges, and I actually run these in my 1946 Studebaker truck. And it looks like I've got the full set. Amp gauge, oil pressure gauge. These are the gauges that are in my truck. This one, these are brand new. Look at that, 2 miles on there. So here's a funny story. When I started building that truck, it was 1993. I went to York, Pennsylvania to the Street Rod Nationals East show with my dad. And so I was like, what, 93? I was 14 years old. I bought a set of these gauges, which are in my truck. In 1993, they were $210 in 1993, so that's, you know, I think they're $500 now easily. But my speedometer, the odometer broke in it, stopped recording. I bet I can spin this one ahead and swap it in there or save these. Actually, it's missing one of the gauges. Oh, there's a gauge panel in here too. Cool, it's missing the oil pressure gauge. No, it's missing a fuel gauge is missing. Well, anyways, I bet I can fix my truck by putting this, I'll run the odometer up to where it should be, and I'll have a brand new VDO speedometer to put in there. That's a good score there. It's, like I said, there's almost, these gauges, if you bought them new today, a set of 5 of them is probably $500. That's awesome. Speaking of gauges, check it out. Back in the 90s, Street Rod action, Billet Specialties, instrument cluster for Speedo tack and 4 gauges, brand new in the box. Oh, look at this. Yes. Gabriel Hijacker air shocks. Are they new? Ooh, yes they are. Look at this. This is the original deal. You wanted to jack your car up back in the day, get the stance. Stance gets the glance. Check it out. Gabriel air shocks, brand new, made in USA, in the box from back in the day. Funny story. I have a set of these on the back of my Studebaker truck that I put on in the 90s, and they leak down once in a while. Now I've got replacements, and mine are hijackers just like this. That's awesome. That is totally awesome. Speaking of awesome, check this out. Speaking of 70s and 80s Street Rod action, check out these wheels. He told me what they were, but I forget. I got a full set. They're 15. These are 15s on the rear. See how wide they are. What do we got here for rubber? 235 60-15. They're a uni-lug, so they take the shouldered lug nut. They'll fit probably 4 3/4 and 4 1/2 bolt patterns. There's a whole set. The 15s on the back, and there's 14s for the front. These are kind of cool if you want to build a dated ride. They're a little corroded, but they'll go in the stash, or maybe somebody might want to buy them at a swap meet. But full set of these guys. I already took them out of the truck, but this is a set of Chrysler 12 by 2.5 inch brake drums from like a C body or a big B body. I got these with the backing plates. I guess they swapped the brakes on, but the drums look serviceable. Funny story, I'm also running a set of these on my Studebaker truck. So in case I ever need rear brakes or backing plates or drums, here we go, in stock, ready to roll. And the drum surface is pretty nice. They could just be cleaned up a touch, but looks like they got plenty of meat on them. And speaking of Dodges, you guys like this? B-body Mopar 8 3/4 rear end housing that those brakes will go right on. And this one is pretty nice, not pitted up at all. I asked him, he said it was a B-body, so that would be like Charger, Cornet, stuff like that. A very good width to put in street rods. I love 8 3/4 rear ends. They're good enough for what I'm running, the horsepower I run. I love the round pumpkin. I've got a couple of these. I've actually got a Sure Grip center section that can plunk right in here. Missing the axles, but we could order up some B-body axles or find some somewhere to put in here. So really nice housing, super good score. Okay. The some point I'll get my concrete floor finished in here, because it is always a pain to try to get stuff over this floor. Oh, easy now, easy. Easy now. Hook. Come on, man. Dang. All right. Now what we have here is a 1966 Plymouth Polysphere 318. Any way we can tell this is a Polysphere motor is the sculpted valve covers here that have a design on them with a point in the center, and there's just 2 bolts holding them on. This is a engine which came from the A series of engines. It started in I believe like 277 cubic inch, 301 cubic inch, 318 cubic inch. It ran up to 1966. I don't know what year it started, probably mid 50s. This is a 2-barrel engine. It's got a 727 transmission on it, and the reason they call this a Polysphere motor is the cylinder heads are Polysphere combustion chambers, like a half Hemi, and they called it a poly motor. Now that this is the A motor before, this one's the 318, 1966, the last year for the engine. In 67, the 318 became the LA series of engines. That was 273 up to 360, like that, small block Mopar. But this is the Polysphere motor. It's wider. It still uses a 727 transmission, like all the Dodge engines do. You can see the 727 on now. But this is a good engine. It's full of oil and has some fluid in the cylinders. I turned it over by hand with a bar. I don't know if I can do it with a belt, but it turns over. It was pickled up and covered up. Supposedly, this engine only has 40-something thousand miles on it. They pulled it out of a 66 Plymouth, and it's here now. Funny part on this is I already have one of these in stock. My Studebaker truck, once again, when I built it originally in the 90s, my dad and I parted out. My great-grandmother had a 66 Fury sedan. It was a 318 poly with 727, 8 3/4 B body rear end with a 323 shear grip differential. All that went into my Studebaker. Eventually I pulled the 318 out and I put AMC Straight 6 in it back in the early 2000s. But this is the same engine I have. Mine is painted up. This would have been originally red in the 66 Fury, or not really, or like a reddish color. And in the Dodge, I think they call them Red Ram and stuff like that. But this is the Poly 318 from the 66 Plymouth. The water pump's a little crunchy. But this is essentially what I went out to get these parts for. My friend Barry had this engine. He's like, "You want it?" I'm like, "Heck yeah, I'll take it." So I went out there and ended up all these other parts. So this was a pretty good deal. Loaded all the stuff up in a rainstorm, but got it here. I've actually been waiting for at least a week to get the stuff out of the truck. I just didn't have room, and right now I still don't have room, but I'm going to set this thing down for now and go through all my boxes and put that stuff away. But I just wanted to show you guys, if you're out there and you talk to people, you can get cool stuff like this, like a whole pile. I was surprised, like some of these older guys have been into this stuff for a long time are starting to wind down, and everything they have isn't worth a fortune, and they might just want to, if you're, take the time to have a relationship with these guys, you'll find out that a lot of times they'd rather see the stuff go to a good home versus trying to drag it all to a swap meet. This engine, drag it to a swap meet, it doesn't really have a lot of value. Like, Plymouth guys would want it, and if you're doing like a Christine car and needed a motor, this is perfect for a Christine like 58 Fury. It'd be a perfect engine to drop in there or whatever. So the taillights and stuff, I got things I can sell at swap meets. I got some cool parts. I'm going to dig through all these boxes. Like I said, I got some of these gauges I can use, a lot of good stuff, and really appreciate the opportunity to go to my friend's house and have him clean out. And I'm interested in this stuff, so I want to save things. I don't want to see stuff get thrown away. So it's come to my hoard of disaster to get put somewhere. Who knows? But I'll have to figure it out, and I'll put stuff away. But I'm really happy with my free truckload of stuff. It's awesome. And thanks for watching this little video of what happens when you go get free stuff. Now I've got to spend hours putting it away. But you don't need to see that. I'll do it. I'll struggle along. But I appreciate you coming back next time. I'll be doing something else. Who knows what it is? Probably trying to figure out where to put this. Who knows? But whatever it is, you'll see it, bam, here at the Quick Speed Shop. I'm a professional. Don't try this at home.